Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. So today is review day. And just a quick video. I don't think this is going to be no 30-minute video today. So recently I picked up a couple additional figures. Bone crunching figure. There's a Survivor Series 99, I believe. And I picked up that one because I had a couple packages that I had purchased probably a couple years ago. You never see them. They're hidden up top behind the Jakks Classic Superstars. So those figures, the WrestleMania, the SmackDown figures, I got a number of those figures as well. They're hidden behind other boxes. Don't care about them. They're not for me. As I said, guys, I feel like Jakks Pacific has probably come out with the worst action figures ever made as a group. Now, obviously, when you look at figures from each individual line, each figure or each toy line is going to have their particular bad figures, the little one-offs, what here and there. But as the quality of an overall line of figures, Jakks Pacific, they must have undersold like crazy. They must have underbid like crazy, because if you got a company, let's say Hasbro, maybe Hasbro says that they could build these amount of figures for $50 million. And Jakks Pacific comes in and says, well, we could build this amount of figures for $20 million. Yeah, you do with the one that's going to give you the best value, right? But the quality of the action figures are trash. So we're going to look at a couple of the Survivor Series figures I had on hand previously before we kind of look at a couple of some more recent pickups. So this one is, I believe this one is Big Show. Yes, it is. Big Show. I actually found this one at a local toy store probably a year or two ago. And the reason I bought this one on card is because I had this figure. Now, if you can recall, after one of my deployments, I remember being in my home office, and we were in family housing on Fort Hood. So it had to be after my first deployment. So I got back in November of 06. So it had to be sometime in 2007, I'm guessing. And I bought a bundle of wrestling figures, and I probably paid like $90 back in the day for it. And I think the only reason I bought it is because there were like 3 Hasbro figures in there. I know British Bulldog was one of them. I will never forget that, because I had British Bulldog as a kid. I think Typhoon was in there as well, which I never knew about that Typhoon figure. I can never remember who the third figure was. But if I had to guess, probably someone from Series 1 or 2 maybe. So not a very big or important figure. But part of that was a lot of WCW Toy Biz, which, again, as I've gone into collecting and learned about lines, a bunch of different figures, yeah, I finally discovered who those figures were made by. But I also had this figure in there. So these figures, they back in my home in Texas, both on Fort Hood, and then later on when I purchased my first home in Texas, these wrestling figures were in a plastic Ziploc bag, like they sat on top of my media shelf, and I didn't display them. I didn't give two iotas about it. And kind of where I've come over the years. 2.5 years ago, none of this was here. Didn't have any wrestling figures, not really. This is actually a pretty nice and fun figure. I kept this one because I actually really enjoyed it. I think this one actually stands pretty well on his own. It was a nice, big, bulky figure. The hands, you kind of feel like you're going to really choke someone out. So it gives you like that Andre Series 1 Hasbro type of style. Of course, I didn't know about Andre back then. I just liked the figure, right? So I didn't want to sell it. So when I was selling off all the other figures, I decided to hold on to this one. And of course, later on, when I went to that toy store and I found this figure on card, I'm like, you know what? Let me pick him up, just because I can have a carded and loose figure now. So the card backing itself is pretty nice. This is probably one of the few times Jakks Pacific did something really nice, because, like I said, I really enjoy this particular figure in and of itself. Now, I don't see any kind of series or anything on this. Like, it says signature Let me read up the front. Signature 4. Never mind. Signature Series 4 Blue Edition. Okay. I gotcha. And then the top of the corner where it says last of bone crunching action. Now, I'm positive there's no crunching here. Yeah, because these legs are like super hard. So I don't know why they would call it last of. Yeah, this figure doesn't have any bone crunching. Weird. Also from Survivor Series, has that same message, Last of the Bone Crunchers. This one is Ken Shamrock. Let's see. Yeah, it's just Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock, again, I've been buying a few of his figures lately. Again, these mid-90s figures. WWE, was it Just Toys? Yeah, I think it was Just Toys. The Just Toys Bendums. I know Just Toys came out with the WCW Galoobs, but I think they came out with the WWE Bendums in the mid-90s as well. So you got Ken Shamrock from there. I think I got him probably Jakks Pacific Classic Superstars. So I have a few of these figures. Ken Shamrock, I don't know if I was still watching wrestling when he appeared. I'm assuming I was, because I knew the name already, but didn't know a whole lot about him, didn't watch a lot of his matches or anything like that, so I actually no, I've had this for a while, and to be honest, guys, when I go on auctions or what have you, let's say a seller is selling this for shipping of $10, and I end up winning this on auction for like $5, right? That's how I contemplate buying extras about things I don't care too much about. If I was bidding on this, right, and let's say I won this for $10 with $10 shipping, and then, you know, this was $10 shipping, I'd probably buy this just to kind of like balance out the shipping costs, because if the seller does the right thing and they combine shipping, you're only looking at about $11 or $12 shipping. So $10 for one, or you could get $12 for two, basically, that's the way I look at it. So that's why I'll buy a lot more, kind of, you know, save on shipping costs, essentially. So that's a couple of figures I had previously. Outside of the Big Show figure, I really don't care about these other pieces. This one... Now, this one is actually pretty awesome. I actually love this one. So, I misspoke. This is an Undertaker, and this one is the Summer... So, the other was Survivor Series. I thought it was Survivor Series 99, but it's SummerSlam 99. So, the Undertaker looks fantastic, and that robe looks phenomenal. And, what do they call it? Ministry of Darkness? Yep. Ministry of Darkness Undertaker. So, a lot of the time, I always get confused of what he was called during this period. So, like, I always talk about, like, acolytes or whatever, but I never know what this was, because I wasn't watching wrestling at that time. But Ministry of Darkness, I guess, would be the correct terminology. Just kind of looking at the figures on the bottom here. You know what? I probably wouldn't be too much against picking those up. They look, I mean, at least from the outside, they look pretty solid. Camo Carnage. But then you kind of look at these different figure lines that come with all these added accessories. I think that's just doing too much. Like, come on. Like, some of these accessories make no sense. Like, you give guys a stop sign and a broom, and I don't know what the heck that is. So, accessorized, no, don't care about it. This figure actually looks pretty phenomenal. Will I get a loose figure? Probably not. Display-wise, on card, looks amazing. I would actually like to display this on the wall somewhere, but no wall space. Recently, from the figure collection store, I started picking up those figures and posting those on my wall underneath my Hasbros, since I still have wall space up there. But one-off figure like this, I don't see myself putting it up there. I want to kind of keep groups of figures together. So this one I didn't mind. This one was really nice. something else came in. This little chair is like, it's not your average chair. It's got like this big cushion piece like right in front of you. At least I think I'm sitting on this thing the right way. I don't know. This one is SummerSlam 99 as well. And so we do have... So this is Christian. I thought this was actually... shoot. The guy with the blood in his mouth. Brain freeze. Doesn't matter. It's Christian. Actually, that kind of looks like the exact same person. Again, guys, I haven't watched wrestling in 26, 27 years, something like that. And most of the wrestlers nowadays, I only learned about them through collecting. So, but I got the Ministry of Darkness Undertaker, and I saw this, and I'm like, you know what? Shoot, I'm already bidding on other items. Why not add this to the collection as well? So, this Paul Wright Big Show, that looks identical to this one right here, right? I mean, look at the picture. So, I hate when they do that. I hate when they not only re-release the same character, but they release them in like different lines, so you don't know which one goes with what. So if I had this one loose, I'm like, yeah, you know me. You know how I am. You know darn well that if I had two full complete collections and I wanted loose figures, best believe I'm going to have this guy twice loose. I'm assuming it's the same figure. I don't know. So Christian Superstars 9. You know, this isn't a bad pickup. You know what? Yeah, it was Gangrel. That's the guy I'm thinking of. And they actually have Gangrel on here, so not the same person. Oh, okay. Not the most stimulating video, guys, I know. A video like this, it's basically kind of show fans different lines that are out there. And let's go with this guy or this girl. So Ringside Collectibles, I believe this was part of Series 5. Yes, Series 5. Okay. So Sunny. In part of one of my bundles that I purchased, I actually picked up a loose Sunny. I thought when I was bidding on her, because I was buying all these WWE Bendables from the 1995 through 98 time frame, and I thought the Sunny that was on there, I thought she was one of the rubber figures from the Just Toys line, and she wasn't. She was a big, taller figure, and in fact, I think that's exactly what it was. It was from this line right here. So Series 5. Let's see if I can remember. I know I had Savio Vega, that's for sure, and I had Rocky Maivia. So this gives me a fourth figure on card for Series 5, because I think I also picked up Vince McMahon as well. So I don't mind going for like because it's Series 5. I got all these figures from Series 3, and then all these figures from Series 5. I feel like I got to kind of fill in the blanks. Not just finish off the series, but finish off the other series in between. I've seen the Blackjacks online, and those things are like $100 on eBay or Mercari. Legion of Doom, I'm pretty sure if you find those right now, I'm probably looking at like $200. That's crazy. Because of the headbangers, because I just got the Hasbro style figures, I might be interested in picking those guys up on this as well. Like I said, it's not the greatest cards in the world, and they're definitely not the greatest figures in the world, but, you know, I will pick up certain characters, certain cards for a certain reason, and like I said, I have a lot of Series 5 now. I want to at least complete the series, each respective series that I have. What I gotta do is stay away from picking up a series I don't have. Like, if I win on auction tomorrow a Series 2 figure, and then what's going to happen? I'm going to have to pick up all of Series 2. So that was a Jakks Pacific, a Bone Cruncher, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. And so BBA told me about this. He mentioned Stomp in one of my videos in the messages, and so I found this Stomp figure, and so I'm like, you know what? Let me buy Stomp for BBA. This is what's messed up with this, though. This is clearly an Undertaker, or at least Jakks' attempt to create Undertaker. Yet, this is a Stone Cold Steve Austin box. And you can see up here as well. Now, as I look around this package, it's got a little bit of bubble lift, but it doesn't look like the bubble was ever removed. You know, sometimes people take off the bubble a little bit and remove the package to display their figures loose, but that doesn't appear to be the case here. So, you've got the Undertaker figure inside a Stone Cold Steve Austin package. Is that going to make it more valuable? I don't know. I doubt it. Not for something like this. Yeah. Now, the bottom of this is kind of breaking a little bit, but, I mean, the bubble, for the most part, is still holding firmly to the card, though. Where's he at? I think that right there. This is basically what your Undertaker is going to look like. Sorry, I don't know how close to get this. So look like he's got like a little scythe in there with an axe. And I guess the red vest is just body armor. Yeah, bone breaking action. He wasn't joking. The Stomp collection is absolutely horrendous. I said that the Bret Hart from Jakks Pacific Bone Crunching was probably the worst figure I've seen. But I think this might take the cake. That looks nothing like the Undertaker. I don't know what the heck Jakks Pacific is doing here. For those fans who grew up in the era of Jakks Pacific, I am so sorry. You guys missed out on some of the best toy lines ever. I mean, Hasbro to me will always be number one. As a collector and learning about LJN and becoming a massive LJN collector, number two, easy. I mean, heck, I'd take any of the Galoob figures over this crap. Oh god, this is so bad. Bone breaking action, this is for you, man. I will not be picking up more Stomp figures. I will definitely not be picking up any more Stomp figures. Now, if I come across somebody who's selling something and I win it on auction for like 99 cents, and I'm talking like I gotta win multiple items, and that way I save on shipping. But like if I win that on auction for like 99 cents and shipping is like $9, I ain't paying $10, $11, $12 with taxes included for that crap. I mean, horrible. Jakks Pacific clearly has no concept of how to make or manufacture an action figure. They are terrible. God. Alright. Alright, so I know today I was supposed to do a review of the Heart Foundation from Mattel Creations, and I bypassed that, ended up making this video. So if I don't post the video tomorrow for the Heart Foundation, these figures right here, I'll at least have it probably posted on next Wednesday. The original plan was to get that done this week, but like I said, I decided to make this video instead. And I got a lot of these figures. When they come in, I've been putting off to the side here. And that way when the time comes to make the video, they're there and ready to be talked about. But I've got a few figures from Mattel Creations in. Doink, Red Pants Hogan, Andre the Giant, and Kane. But I don't have the complete set for a lot of these lines. I think the last set that I finished was, last review was Series 4. Series 5 had 2 new figures, but it had 2 more remakes of the Series 4. And then on from there, I just like, I don't know, I just kind of gave up on the Mattel Superstars. I still obviously pick them up from time to time, but when I can't get them from Walmart, and they're Walmart exclusives for $20, right? And you find them on eBay, they're selling for like $75 for one. And I'm like, no, ridiculous. I don't want to keep doing that. These aren't 50-year-old figures that I can understand being sold for crazy price. I guess stores are probably picking up a bundle, like probably like 20 of them, 50 even. Now, if they're bought them for like $20 a piece and they're selling them resale for 25, you're not ripping off new buyers completely. But like I said, $100 for a Doink figure. I'm like, so like I said, the Heart Foundation. If I don't post it on Thursday, I will wait until next Wednesday to post that video. And after that, we've got the My Least Favorite LJN tournament coming up. Right now, the goal is to try and post those videos a couple times a week, if not more. But if I have to stick to the every Friday pattern that we've been doing for the current tournament, we'll make that happen as well. Just so that we can have more time to create other videos. I really want to get back into making videos on a daily basis because, as I said, I'm a fan of the videos when I post them. And I myself like watching them. So when I go like 2 days, like I post a video on Friday and then don't post another video until Monday, I'm not feeling complete. So we still gotta look at the magazines. I got some books like the Hulk Hogan booklet, Andre Piper that I'm bidding on. So I want to pick those up as well. I have one Hogan, but it doesn't hurt to have a backup. So I think when those books come in, I want to include those along with the magazines. I don't know how I'm going to film them. If I want to do it on camera via computer or on camera via cell phone. So I'm probably going to do I'm probably going to just do the computer. It's just easier for me. I don't have to sit there and have to hold up the phone while I'm trying to go through each of the magazines. So we're not going to do a full play-by-play review of each of the magazines. We're basically going to look at the the front page, the cover page, and that's pretty much it. But man, I had about 10 magazines when I, restarted collecting them, and I've gone from this to like this in the last couple of weeks. It's insane. I got a lot of duplicates, so I'm probably gonna end up having to list those duplicates very soon. But more to follow on that, guys. That's what's going on with me. My buddy Kirk recommended a live action or live stream video one day. I really don't have anything specifically to talk about on live stream, and plus I don't like live stream because I kind of feel like if I start stuttering and sound like a moron, I can't refilm the video or anything like that, and I gotta find a good topic to talk about. There was something that happened to my wife last January. I never talked about it, even though it does kind of impact me to an extent, because I kind of feel like that's her business. But if she gives me the green light to kind of talk about it, it's been over a year now, and some movements going on with her family back home, and sale property and stuff like that. So maybe that would be a good live stream to talk about. But because I'm not very good at editing, what I'm thinking is do a live stream, kind of like show you a couple of YouTube videos of some news reports that were going on in Chicago in January 2023, and once you guys start looking at that thing, what the hell, what's going on, what happened? I could probably verbally explain to you a little bit more detail the situation, what came of it, all that. Yeah, it did make the news. That was insane. But like I said, I mean, that's something I felt like would have been huge to talk about. But sometimes you want to keep certain elements of your life private. You don't want to make your whole life public, and so. But if I get the green light, if I get my wife to sit in and talk with me about it, yeah, I'll make a live stream about that. I think that would be fun. But I don't want to just live stream on a random time and day, if I do a live stream, I want you guys to kind of know about it, be prepared, and if you're interested, give me a time frame of when you might be ready, and we can go from there. Alright guys, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching as always, and talk to you in the comments. See you in the next video. Goodbye everybody.